the reason I say work is this is a very business orientated podcast and we want to try and bring some significant value to you guys. And how your relationships are with other people is really going to be a huge determining factor to your success. Huge. Because your ability to sell, and we sell every day of our lives. Whether you know it or not, you are selling at all moments.
I agree.
You're selling on yourself to buy what you're going to eat. You're going to sell your staff to do the work. You're going to sell people to buy your product. Everything is a sale. Everything. And the relationship that you have with people in your immediate business circle, massive.
100%. You become the 5. What is it?
Yeah,
the average of the 5 you spend the most time with.
So, what do you think are some key areas or some key traits that you as a person can have and use to manage relationships around your business? Like how you're going to be with people.
Even in business, like which relationships? Your clients, your investors,
Let's go.
your business partners, your employees, your contractors.
Let's say, you know what? Let's say clients.
It's all different.
Yeah, they are. But let's say clients, for example, because ultimately we want to sell to them. We want them to be happy. We want to give exceptional service and we want to make a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
So let's use them for example.
So what relationship would you have with your clients?
Yeah. So what do you want to try and like?
I'm big on be you, me personally. I am myself.
I agree.
And I say this to everyone, I'm like, dude, the person you're talking to now, like this is not a facade. Like you could catch me at any hour, unless I'm in a shitty mood, I'll be like this.
It's going to be very hard for you to do something otherwise, isn't it?
Yeah, but
to always maintain that as well.
People that do that, man.
It's a skill. It's something they've got to practice, and maybe eventually that's who they become. Maybe it could potentially be if you're doing it 24/7.
Don't you reckon? And I feel like we're both thinking about the same person right now.
Keep talking. I think I know what you're talking about.
You don't reckon that gets tiring?
Yeah, it could. It could, but it could also switch off at nighttime when you go home.
Also,
So say like for an influencer and you're taking photos in front of a Lambo, for example, and you're saying, and it's so funny, I had this conversation today. Someone was one of my employees came up to me today and I was going to mention it to you. He's like, hey man, because I was thinking about your brand the other day. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm glad you're thinking outside of the square of what your job is. You're actually coming to speak to me about something else.
Personal brand?
Yeah, my personal brand.
Yeah.
And he goes, I love what you do. And he goes, I reckon it's really cool, but I reckon it would be awesome if you showed some more of your success. And I go, what do you mean by that? He goes, well, taking a photo of you in your car, right? Because I drive a nice car. And he'd be like, but then also saying, okay, you're going on holidays. Here, take a photo of you at the 5-star resort. Take a photo of you flying. Take a photo of you doing this. So people are seeing your lifestyle a little bit. And I said, yeah, I completely appreciate that. And there's times where I'm like, yeah, I should do that or should show more of that. But in the same token, I don't want to come across as being some fuckwit fake influencer guy just trying to flex and be something that I'm not, because I'm not about that at all. And he goes, yeah, I know. He goes, but I think when people see that as well, they would be a little bit more motivated to go, oh, I want those things too. I better listen to George, or I better follow George, or I better engage with him because he can give me those things as well. What are your thoughts on that?
What's the question?
About building that aspect
I think it works.
Yeah, I think it works, but do you think it's moral? If I'm doing it for the gram, because that's honestly, why the fuck else would I be doing it? You'd be doing it for the gram. You'd be going there saying, okay, I'm going to show you on my boat, on my ski, on my luxury car or yacht or whatever the fuck I'm doing.
There's two ways of looking at it. If you're doing it anyway, I don't see a problem with it. If you're not and you're doing it for that,
and that's where it comes back to
have a problem
putting
with
on that facade.
Yeah,
right? If I didn't have the Lambo, but I go and hire a Lambo for a day.
And that. Say, okay, you know what I mean? And then it's like,
come with me if you want to be a multi-million-dollar builder. I'll show you how to do it.
Or go buy like a really expensive car, like spend all your money to say, look at the life I live, look at what car I drive. When you're absolutely in debt to your ass to get this $200,000 car to show people, look at me, I drive, a Lambo, or an AMG, or a Bentley, or whatever it is, or a Rolls. Like, I don't agree with that because I think that you are being incongruent when you do that.
Yeah.
But if you live that life, dude, like if you live genuinely, you've got cars and you've got Rolls and Bentleys and everything, and cool. Like I've got no problem. Yeah. Anyone who is intimidated by that, I think it's their own problem.
I actually completely agree with that.
Yeah. If you're living a sick life, like because you're living that's what you're living.
Yeah.
I have no problem with showing people.
Yeah,
but if you're doing it just for that,
I think I would as well.
Hey,
I reckon I would. If I had the Lambos lined up or which supercar I'm driving each day, I'd wake up in the morning and do a video of it. But not to show off, to inspire.
Yeah, you'd probably get over it as well.
Oh, 100% you would. 100%. It's like that whole concept. If everyone was driving a supercar, it would lose its purpose and meaning because it's so easy to do.
So so I was actually talking with someone yesterday and they said that's what they reckon Andrew Tate did.
What's that?
Like they reckon he went in debt up to his ass to buy a Bugatti to show you, like, look at me, Bugatti, blah, blah, blah. Listen to me, you want to learn from me, and would get more people to join his online
Crusade
program.
or whatever it is.
Yeah, that online course or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We know someone who's done something similar, but positioned himself. People that position themselves in a place where they're not.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It is.
It's so true, isn't it?
Putting on a fake facade. Like you might be doing well, but you position it like you're doing ridiculously well.
Yeah.
And then people buy in. But yeah, so to answer your question, yes, it works. I think it works. I know it works. It fucking works, dude. Like there's no doubt about it. I've seen it. I've bought into it. Like I've been the guy sitting there. Yeah, man, I want that. It definitely works. I just don't agree. If you're doing it as a fake thing, I think that's where people who see that, when they see that, if you show me I'll give you a perfect example. If you did that and you had Lambos and and then I was like, this is cool, man, I want to go work with George, and then I come work with you, and then it's like, oh, this stuff's not that around. Oh, you're different off camera. Oh, you don't have that car. Okay, it's a facade. Okay, it's a marketing tool. Okay, respect drops. All of a sudden now I don't buy into you anymore because the person I bought into isn't real. You know what I mean? And I think with people who do that, you'll find that they don't have much longevity. Like there's no one that sticks around for ages. You know, and it's very hard to then listen to that person. Like I know people who when they get on stage or when they get on camera, you can see the difference between when you talk to them, normal, and then they get on camera and it's like a different person.
Yeah.
Or they get on stage and it's a different person. And you're like, dude, like, why don't you be yourself? Like, I get you need to perform on stage, you're performing, but like, you almost come across as incongruent. And I think you lose people by doing that.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's partly why I hadn't gone down that path. Because I didn't want to feel like I'm doing it because I want you guys to follow me or want you to listen to what I'm having to say or buy what I'm selling. I couldn't give a fuck. But in the same token as well, you know, GC would say, and Grant Cardone by GC, I mean, he would say stuff like, it's your obligation to do that though. If you genuinely believe your product and service is going to be of benefit to someone buying it, you have an obligation to do whatever you need to do to get them to buy it.
Within your own moral and ethical framework.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
That's a big part that I think people need to factor in as well. Like, yes, you do have an obligation to push them to use what you have because it's going to make their life better.
Yeah.
But to say, hey, man, you know, come do this course and it's going to get you a Lambo.
That's right.
Blah, blah, blah. And look at me, laptop lifestyle. I'm on the beach.
Yeah.
You know, no, like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sit, but me personally, especially, like, I get completely put off.
Me too.
And then I'm like, oh, that person's not real.
So on that, when you guys do see us in the Lambo and the yachts and all that sort of stuff, you can know it's fucking real. You know it's real. You can come and touch it.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll let you touch it. We'll let you take a photo with it and post it on your gram.
Maybe.
Book it in with a PA.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, for me, I don't agree with, I think it works, but I don't think you should do it as a marketing play. I don't think it's a good long-term strategy.
Yeah. I believe people are probably buying out of that as a bit more now, in the sense that it's been done to death. Do you think I feel like it's kind of lost its appeal a little bit. eventually you're going to get sick of seeing people with Lambos and all that sort of shit and saying, "Oh, buy my course, do this. I'll show you how to do this and get this."
Yeah, I think it's been...
They'll always buy into it, or do you reckon it's going to lose its legs?
I think it's peaked. Like, we've seen the peak of it. But I think it'll always have... Like, there's always some sucker that'll... Dude, like... Yeah. I don't want to name anyone.
So...
I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, same. But anyway, back to our topic of relationships. So have you ever had a fight with a client? Or have you ever been with a client that you just wanted to fucking tear shreds off them? Or maybe they tore shreds off you?
Yeah.
How'd you manage that?
I fired him.
You fired the client?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to get anxiety when you ring my phone.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to look at my phone and think, fuck, why are they calling now, man? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And when that's happening, you need to do something about it.
And guys, I don't even need to ask the question. I know that almost every business owner has felt like that at some stage in their life.
100%. So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, you can click over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.